Smells like feminists. I'm the poverty chef. Check it out, kid. Hey guys, welcome back to Poverty Chef, and today we've got a very special food for you. As you can tell by the title, we're doing Melas Zomos, or when translated to English from Greek, it means black broth. Now, black broth is a staple food from ancient Sparta, and it was designed to not be palatable to the weak. So it's pork, like cut up pork, pig's blood, and vinegar. And you ever get a piece of food like floating around your throat and you have the choice to swallow it or spit it out? And I like to swallow, but I like to swallow the piece of food. But you never know if it's a fly or not, so spat it out to be safe. Looks like it was just food this time. Anyway, so back to the black broth. So it's pork, pig's blood, and vinegar. Some recipes call for or say that the Spartans used barley flour, but nobody really knows exactly what went into black broth other than those three ingredients. And I used apple cider vinegar just because it's a little bit closer to what ancient people's vinegar would have been like. Ancient vinegar would be a lot more like ancient beer was, where it's very, very full of plant matter and solids. It's what in chemistry would be referred to as a colloidal solution. We've got solids floating around in a liquid. I am drawing a blank right now. So yeah, it's, I'll show it to you here. It's kind of heavy. I made it fuller than normal. You see that stuff on the side? That's why you don't boil blood. And then that's what it looks like. Hey, don't be looking over there. That's the food right there. Oh, I got jokes for days. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to smell it, and then we're going to give it a taste test from there. So, it smells like feminists. Okay, jokes are over. It's time to get into the food reviews. So nobody really knows what the proportions for the ingredients were. I do it the way I think the Spartans would have done it, which is in a way that is designed to taste as disgusting as possible, again, to prevent the weak from eating it. And the idea is that if you are regularly eating something that tastes this awful, then when you're stuck behind enemy lines, any food you get is going to be great. And so it teaches you to appreciate being behind enemy lines rather than thinking that it's awful. Now, this food is still steaming. I threw it in the freezer for like 5 minutes. It's still super hot. But look at that. Look at that steam. You guys ever remember when you're like kids and you pretend the steam is fire and you're like, I've got a torch. Oh. I was an imaginative kid. I don't know if that's a common or relatable thing for everybody else, but that's something I did. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to try this meat that has been drenched in blood and boiled in vinegar. Oh, and so you don't believe me, do you? You don't believe me that I use blood? Let me grab the container. I always forget that I'm trying to show you guys containers, and so I throw them away, but this is it right here. Edible pork blood. It's clean because I let the dogs lick it out, but there's still a little bit of stuff in there, you see. Salt added. Fuck! This isn't genuine, piece of shit. Anyway, I get mine at a Filipino store, so a lot of your Asiatic and Hispanic markets will have your less common meats like that. Hey, no, I didn't throw that over there for you. Ugh. Okay. Alright. Now, you guys didn't watch the video to watch me yell at my dogs. You joined the video to watch me eat the food. So, first thing I noticed is the vinegar. It's definitely got a strong vinegar taste. The pork is pretty dry. I think that's because it's been boiled in vinegar. I'm trying to get some more meat. I know there's more than one piece in there. I can feel it. There we go. Another piece here. By the way, pork fat on a pork chop, great eating right there. So I can definitely see a weak person not being able to handle this. Rich people would never touch this food. But another thing, another point of pride for me anyway, and I think a lot of poor people could relate, is the ancient Spartans banned wealth, and they made it so that their currency was little blocks of iron, and they'd heat the iron up and then they drop it in cold vinegar, which would immediately oxidize it, so you couldn't ever use it for forging. That would decrease its value. And then since it had such low value, you'd need a lot of it. But they made it into iron blocks with sharp corners, so you couldn't ever carry a lot of it around, and they made it really hard to move. And this was intentionally designed to prevent people from accumulating wealth, and thereby the idea is to prevent corruption. So you can never bribe anybody because you never have enough money to bribe with, and even if you could bribe with the money, the person you're bribing sees no value in the money, so they're not incentivized to accept the bribe. Which is why if you ever see me in the comments talking about wealth is for the weak, that's where that comes from, is because, you know, weak people, now a lot of people will be like, oh, wealthy people are strong. And in theory, that would be true because you have to be really strong or intelligent in order to acquire wealth in a modern capitalist society. However, rich people have one solution to every problem, and that's money. But poor people have to get creative. Like, if a rich person didn't have any cups, they'd go thirsty. They wouldn't know what to do. But me, I'm poor, I improvise. I get a bean can. Same bean can that I give the dogs food to, that's what I drink out of. Sometimes. A lot of times I just do the old chimpanzee thing. Just got my hands and drink all that water. Oh, a hair just fell into my food. There we go. It wasn't one of my hairs, it was one of the dog hairs that got stuck in my hair and then it fell in. Which is why people like me are not allowed to have fast food jobs. Excuse me. I like it. I like it a lot. I actually do have barley flour. So, I mean, I eat this fairly often. So maybe I'll do a review in the future with barley flour. I know goddamn well there's more food in here. So you guys know if I ever get stuck behind enemy lines, your moldy bread, your barbecue sauce infested pasta, doesn't matter. It's all edible to me. Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. Very good. It's really hot, but I wanted to show you guys that I have the balls to drink this. I might just drink it hot. just so we can do that demonstration. There's more meat in here. Not a whole lot, but I'm gonna get it. By the way, pig's blood doesn't cost too much. I think it's $1 for like 10 ounces or something. And just one of these can make 1 or 2 meals, so. Oh, look at that. Congealed blood. So, the point of this meal isn't exactly to have an affordable meal, but it will help. It'll definitely put shit in perspective for you. You guys eat this and you'll be like, whoa, I am so glad that I've got some moldy bread in the cupboard. Or that my neighbors had moldy bread in the cupboard because I couldn't afford groceries this month, so I stole it. There's one, we got a swimmer in here. That's what that is. There we go. Boom! Got you, little bitch. Now it shall become part of me. Okay, alright, that's the last piece. I'm gonna drink some. I know what you're getting all excited for. You guys ready? Oh man, it's real hot. But I'm not a bitch. I'm gonna drink it. It's really hot and kind of got the. First of all, I got the dry pork like sticking up in my, you know, on the sides and shit. Then you gotta, the vinegar is strong, and then the blood gives it a very dark, almost burnt taste. You gotta do what you gotta do, baby boo, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna drink the rest of this, and you guys have a great evening. Hey guys, I'm back from work, and just to prove that I can't use the heat as an excuse, I am gonna drink as much of the black broth as possible. I'm looking forward to this. I've been looking forward to it all day at work. So, without further ado, here it goes. The vinegar is really strong.